And that's the new intro song. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Welcome today, episode 98 of Tattoo Collecting 101 here on Reinventing the Tattoo. With me, Kyle, and Ben.
That was the worst. That was the worst introduction of all time, Kyle.
Thanks. And now I'm trying to figure out where.
And now,
okay. Great.
You start over.
So before we jump into it, just want to say a quick thank you to all of our sponsors who make this show possible. So thank you to Raw Pigments,
Thanks.
Tattoo Now,
Thanks.
World Tattoo Events,
Thanks.
Steel Eyes Pro, Jake Meeks at the Fireside Tattoo Network.
Definitely thanks. He was.
Amy Nichols at the Apprenticeship Diaries.
Same with her.
And of course, Guy Atchison, the founder of the network.
Thanks, Guy. We love you, buddy.
We love you very much. And so without further ado, new theme song aside, here we are.
Kyle, the fuck's been up, man?
Work, draw, art.
You settling in?
Yeah, I'm trying to get settled in.
For those of you that don't know, Kyle has recently started a position here at the True Tubes facility.
I have, yes. I am working in the warehouse.
He is still an intern, if he wants to be or not. But now they give him money.
Yes. On paper, not an intern. Spiritually, intern.
See, and I think we established that a while back.
Yes.
The intern isn't necessarily a position as much as
it's a life role.
Phase of life.
Yes.
You know, like an absorption. Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Thanks.
And that's exactly what I'm here to do. Absorb and intern.
Just absorb.
Yes.
I don't know why that sounded dirty, but it did.
I think it's the inflection you put on it.
It might have. You pumped for hanging out while we're all out of town?
Yeah, it'll be great. I'll be hanging out here in the warehouse all on my own. It'll be a great time. Probably set up a hammock and just chill.
Are you a hammock dude?
I did get a hammock. Well, I did just get a hammock from Uline the other day.
You baller.
As our free gift. So
Baller.
I was gonna go out rock climbing this weekend, try and use it, set it up.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this about me, but I am a hammock aficionado.
Okay. I know nothing about hammocks. So
I backpack camp a
Gotcha.
lot, and my sleep system is a hammock system.
Okay.
Instead of like sleeping in a tent. I've actually done like gear testing and shit for some of the like cottage companies. At one point, my opinion was valued.
okay. Very cool.
But yeah, I hammock pretty fucking hard.
Nice.
So we'll have to go. And I will
absolutely.
show you how I like to hang.
That would be great. Because my plan was to just go out there, make an attempt to set it up, and then probably just climb some rocks for half an hour, do a painting for hour and a half, and call it good.
So for those of you are watching, you can see Fawn up there.
Fawn's
up,
working
guys?
away upstairs.
Fawn is getting the tattooing in today.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah. While you're still wiping down and getting everything going, how's Fawn been?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I wrapped up a back piece yesterday, and I think we're gonna wrap this one up today.
Killer.
Nice.
Killer. How long have you been working on that one?
How many sessions do you think we have on this one, Chris? 6?
I think this is the 6th.
Today's the 6th? Today's the 6th session. 6th session.
Huh. 6 32-hour sessions, huh? That's not that bad.
They were not 2 hours. They were like 70.
Close enough.
Fawn, you act like I don't know you and your marathon ass.
Well,
Fawn's 6 sessions is a normal human being's 12.
that is true. My sessions are usually really long. Like,
She always gets mad at me because I'm like, Fawn, you realize it's been 4 whole hours of tattooing, right?
project. Did I even
4.
tattoo that day?
Say that again. You're breaking up.
Said I feel like if I didn't get 5 or 6 hours in, did I even tattoo that day?
No, it's pretty much a day off.
Just doing a little scribbling at that point.
Yeah, basically, it's like coloring with a Crayola. Cooler though.
Yeah, they're one and the same.
Jess, you hand me this tray.
Okay.
Everybody give it up for Jess.
Woo!
Ashtray passer extraordinaire.
And how's Ben doing?
I mean, I'm doing the things. I'm seeing the people. I'm
Mhm.
alive.
You were traveling. How was it?
It was good. It was good. I like to travel, but hate it all at the same time.
Right.
And I feel like I've been doing a shit ton of it. I had a conversation with my boss today, and he's like, "You realize you've been gone every other weekend for like 3 fucking months, right?" And I was like,
if that's how it turned out, apologies. Well, things will get back to normal soon.
I didn't say any of that. I was like, "Yeah, probably. Yeah, sounds
You're
right.
like, yeah,
This
sounds
place
good."
fucking sucks."
Yeah.
No, but yeah, it was
It was all a joke in case your boss is watching.
no, it wasn't. It
It
wasn't at all. Don, my job is horrible and I fucking hate it. Give me more money.
I just tried to save you.
No, I'll say it to his face.
Hey, you do it. Go for
Say
it.
it to his face.
Power to the workers, baby.
No, my boss is actually really fucking cool. But yeah, it's nice to have someone that understands that life happens and you don't want to be in an office all day every day. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't mean to be gone every other weekend, but happens.
I really didn't, and I honestly didn't even notice. It was one of those. I was like, "Oh, yeah, I'll work here.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I work.
We have walking by friends that I feel that once they're settled here for a second might pop on
Yeah,
and
that's
say,
some point.
"Hey, I don't want to ruin the surprise because it's kind of cool."
There are 2 people. We can say that.
That's a lot of hints.
Is it though?
Yeah,
The world's a large place. 2 is not a big number.
unless you're by yourself all the time, then 2's a lot.
Hey, what's up?
Welcome. Do you want headphones in a chair? Scoot over, Kyle.
You scoot over. What?
I'm going to. You have to fucking move first. I'm fat.
Adam's here too.
Adam has a microphone too.
There's space for you guys.
He did only get 3 chairs. He
I
said
didn't-
he
well-
said we were set up,
Well,
ready to go.
I did not realize that there was only 3 chairs.
Then fucking 3-chaired me. You don't hear it in my voice? My radio voice is live and active. Oh, Kyle, it's your job.
That's my job. Yeah.
Engage.
Since you didn't put a chair up here and I have to do it.
Well, at
Now
least
you
you're
have-
doing something, okay?
Kyle, engage me in conversation.
Engage you in conversation. So, what's the story behind this back piece you got going on?
So this is one of several tree of Yggdrasil projects that I've been working on over the last year and a half.
Okay.
I was just saying earlier, one of the neat things about these trees is, there's a lot of folklore around the tree of Yggdrasil. It's basically like the Norse tree of life. It's basically like
Right.
it basically is explaining like our whole universe and like consciousness in this tree of different realms. So
Okay.
I enjoy having all of the projects going. When we sit down and have our consultation.
Do we have a headphone?
I like to ask.
Oh, they're on the floor.
Yes.
Hey, so your headphones fell on the floor. They're in the corner over there. If you look down, yes.
Ben, I'm trying to carry on the show here.
Well, you know what, bud? If I didn't have to do your job, I wouldn't have to be explaining all this shit to people now, would I? His microphone isn't set up.
That's a the fuck, Kyle. It should be set up. It's just on mute, bro.
Fired. This is our dynamic. It's how we are.
This is cool. To be fair, it was set up, and then we took it down for a moment. This is
So-
cool.
What I was saying.
Unmute your lines so you can actually hear them.
Hey, Fawn. Do you guys want to scoot down a bit too, so we're all in the shot? I'll make a guest appearance.
There we go.
Lauren here from Raw Pigments.
She's been on
Shows
a couple of times. Every fucking time.
every time here on the end as well. Hey guys, pretty cool to be here.
It's pretty cool for you to be
Well, thanks. I
found out you were coming about 4 minutes ago.
Okay.
I
Nice
just
talk.
I didn't think I'd get to be a guest. That's pretty cool. If I didn't have to go potty, I don't think this ever would have happened. You know, would have probably said goodbye to Lauren. But yeah, I'm going to see Dennis out at Breaking Skin Tattoo.
Nice.
So we're gonna be doing some video work over the weekend.
Perfect.
Yeah, and how perfect was it to bring Lauren here to Red Tree? You know, I'll totally take a break. Why not? I'll totally
Sit and
with it.
smoke,
Yeah.
microphone poke.
I'm super cool with that. This is a nice break before I hit the road again. I think I got like 2 hours ahead of me. So
Ooh.
it's the end of the long day. So
Where are you guys coming from?
Wisconsin, Appleton, 30 minutes south of the Green Bay Packers.
So can someone explain to me why they're called the Green Bay Packers?
Meat.
Fucking Christ. I've thought about that my whole life, and it took one word. Meat.
Packet.
Meat
Send it. Yeah,
Packers.
that's
Ah,
it's got a lot
Lambeau.
of history in Green Bay, as a matter of fact.
Lambeau.
They do the packing.
Yeah.
They definitely do.
That's one of the ones I never understood. I don't sports ball very hard. So
Yeah.
like I've never cared enough to learn, you know?
Yeah.
And that's
and
always one that's baffled me.
Can't really say I'm a huge football fan, but being in Wisconsin, you kind of are either born into it or not. And you just get born into the Packers.
Yeah.
Where,
Forced.
yeah, well, like, you know, you get your parents watching it when you grow up and everybody's so passionate about it. And there's one things we care about in Wisconsin is our teams. You know, did we skip it?
Oh man.
Twice.
Roll your own.
Wow, dude. You just asked
Hit it
her
like
up.
5 times. Hey Todd, you figured out what time it was.
Dude, I was in Detroit, dude.
Podcast.
Traffic, so I don't want to hear it.
Must
I
suck.
had to-
Todd, did you see the
I had-
screenshot I sent?
Yeah.
Nice.
10 hours. I mean, 8 hours. And that was my E ETA.
Did you hit it dead on? She still made it on time.
I know.
You know, I wouldn't even bust your chops if you wouldn't have said shit to me last week. Wouldn't have said a word to you.
Oh,
You're
man.
busted.
Guys, I want to
was
take this moment to
traffic.
thank you guys for having me on your show.
It was
it has
traffic
been-
and
An absolute pleasure.
Thank you for showing up.
No,
I'm so sorry to interrupt you, Todd. This is my first podcast experience.
he's fine. He'll fester.
I am about to get back on the road.
Mhm.
This 5 minutes has been so special to me. And I want to thank you for welcoming me on the show. Now, this is a show.
Anytime.
It was the greatest 5 minutes we've had on this show.
Adam,
Anytime
before
you're
you
free on
go.
Thursday.
Hey,
I'm with
Adam,
you, bud.
before you go, you still need to send that picture out
Oh,
that
yeah,
we all
that's right.
took together.
I can do that because I brought my laptop with me. And I can do you one better. I got it on video as well. Say what?
Awesome.
This one films.
Anytime you're free on
Shout-
Thursday,
shout
no
it
matter
out.
where you are, if you would like to come in for 5 minutes or 50 or the whole show,
I would love that.
I would love to have a little segment and dig into really what you do. But before you get off, you need to tell the fine people
Where they can
the
find
awesomeness
you
that
and
is
what you do.
and where to
Guys.
find you.
Cut it out. But thank you so much. My name is Adam Barnett. My Instagram is This Twin Films. I make videos with tattoo artists and for tattoo artists. And I'm just really blessed to be here because you guys welcome me in. So just a skateboarder who learned how to film at the skate park.
Love it.
And I feel like I'm hanging with a bunch of skateboarders.
Love it.
I feel like I'm at the skate park when I'm in the
Oh.
tattoo industry. So I love it. Thank you so much, everybody. This
Well-
Twin Films.
Thanks,
It's up for
Adam.
the road, Bubby.
It's good to
Yeah.
see you, Pon. Killing it. Good to see you, Todd.
Yep.
I'm out.
Later, Bubby.
Thank you guys so
Later.
much.
No,
Seriously.
Good to see you, man.
Adam.
Good to see you.
If I left anything, let you know.
I will let you know. It was so good seeing you.
You too, brother. Be safe. Literally, next time you're free on a Thursday,
School soon. I can send it for you, baby.
let us know.
We'll send you that link, baby.
Later, my friend.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
Tattoos.
Kyle's smelly. Give me some space, would
Let me
you?
give it to
The fuck.
Sorry, I work.
Jesus, Kyle.
I don't know if you do, but I do.
I don't work. You know, I have the least physical job I have ever had in my life right now.
I think this might be the most physical job I've had.
I have gained so much fucking weight.
It happens.
They're like, here, sit at this desk.
And don't move for
I don't know.
for eternity.
Yeah, 8 hours of sitting still is not built for this tank. Let me tell you. Not.
No, I learned that out. Playing poker.
Yeah. I at least that's a game. I guess my paycheck's
but
kind of a game. I
But
show up
but the
half-assed
most-
and see if they give me money.
the most physical you get at is lifting 2 cards or 4 if you play in Omaha, and raking in chips.
It's a rough life, Todd. It's a rough life.
I know.
man. I haven't played a real poker game in a really long time. Yeah. That was one of those things I was like,
Really?
probably shouldn't do this all the time. I'm already poor.
Let's sit down with.
Yeah, it's a rich man's game.
It's for money every time you play. It's one of those like, oh, you want more? Okay.
Yeah.
You mean you want to take more of my money?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, all the time. That's always the goal.
Yeah, I wouldn't play tiddlywinks with you, Todd. Like, not happening.
The greatest
Maybe for a
joy I
bag of
get
chips.
is the greatest joy I get is felting someone. Oh, it's so much. I mean, I'll just rake it in, but I'm just inside going, I got you, motherfucker.
I will say that when I worked at a t-shirt shop for a while, and we used to bet on the most arbitrary things possible. And it seemed like it was once a day, at least once a day. We would find something to bet about. Oftentimes it was how late an employee was going to be.
Always a fun
Sometimes
one.
it was how much scrap a certain person would produce in a day. What color shoes someone was going to wear. We bet one time if somebody was going to come in chewing bubble gum. So you name it, we would bet on it. And the amount of money that we passed back and forth over shoe colors was just dumb. Like someone should have fired us and told us to like do our jobs instead of just
Betting on shoe colors.
shoe colors. Anything, man, anything. First time we'd take bets on the first time somebody would complain. I think it's gonna be about 7:30 today, bro. I don't know.
You
I don't
take
know.
bets on who's the next one to walk in the room.
All the time. All kinds of fun. I had to stop taking cash to work.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. The best were the long haul games when you're like, I bet you so and so gets fired next. Then you got people like pushing, like you don't even like working here. You should probably just quit.
Yeah.
So I finally found a dispensary or a company that sells good weed at dispensaries in Michigan.
That is a bright block of non-visible words, Todd.
You know,
Nope.
Society
The
A.
glare on it is so hard you can't read it.
It's called Society A. I can't even read that.
Well, while we have Lauren here, hello.
What's up, guys?
Well, what brings you into town?
I'm getting ready to go to Hell City.
Oh, okay.
You guys want to see the tattoo I just got?
Absolutely,
Yes.
yes.
What'd you get? What is it? Show me.
Informing
I'm
the
impatient.
people who
I'm looking
don't
now.
keep up with the rest of our shows and watch, Lauren just got worked on by Fawn and Guy, collaborative piece that they started working on.
Okay. So I don't know. I can just show you guys. I don't think that you can actually see it. There it is.
Oh goodness.
So I've seen pictures, but man, it's so bright in person.
Jesus.
Sometimes it surprises me because I haven't quite Got
Still,
used to it.
Yeah,
still trying to realize
Yeah.
that it's there.
Yeah,
I love it.
it's
I
definitely.
love it. I love it.
Yeah.
How long was the tattoo?
I haven't counted, honestly. We started around 3. We had the like smoke break, dinner break. Wrapped up around 1:30, I believe.
So good.
So say at the post.
So say it. I was
1:30, huh?
told.
That's what I'll roll with. Yeah, it was interesting. It was a whole experience. We talked about it like Monday and Tuesday. And have you guys ever been worked on by 2 people at once?
No,
I have not.
I
no,
have.
often a conversation on the show though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah, I always thought that one would be distracting from the other, and you wouldn't be so focused.
You're right.
That was my.
Does it almost make it easier? Because like I know at a certain point they just kind of go in a flow where like it doesn't really stop. It just kind of moves places.
I can't say because I mean, honestly, it'd be like you gauging, oh, what's a tattoo artist? The first tattoo artist to meet is Guy Aitchison. So
Fair.
that my first collaborative project is someone who's very, very seasoned in
Right.
collaborative
Yeah.
projects.
Yeah.
So it'd be, I honestly could foresee a lot more problems now because it seems like so many conflicting styles and personalities, or like at conventions where people are around,
Right.
where it could be done.
But you
all
were just
wrong.
in like that nice private environment with 2 artists that work really well together already.
Yeah, they could hear each other, you know, because I'll see a lot of collabs happening at like a convention and one person will start, the next person will go in. There's no real rhythm established. It just kind of like more flat of a piece.
Right.
Yeah.
So did they both keep working at the same time, or was there a couple times where you had to have one just work at it? Because there was twice when Anam and Megan worked on me that only one could work because they were doing really fine detailed stuff. So, but that was like 10 minutes, and the rest of it was both of them at the same time. So, I didn't get a whole lot of break from it. So,
There were times where Guy was like when he was doing like the outlines of the dodecahedron, the form like on the top part of Lauren's leg,
yeah.
those lines would be perfect and precise. So anytime I realized who was in that area doing anything, I'd just back off for a few minutes until he was like back working with the mag. And there were times where I think he would do the same thing, like when I was kind of like putting the first lines around the icosahedron at the bottom, he would like back off. We do like the fine line work, and then we would just like, seamlessly come back together. But I think like 90% of the day, Lauren was definitely tolerating both of us working on her at the same time. There was a break where Guy left for a little bit and I was working on her alone for like, I don't know, a half hour or so. But probably
Hey,
like,
Fawn, are you using a boom mic? Are you using a clip-on?
what?
Are you using a clip-on microphone?
No.
Your sound keeps cutting in and out, and it's kind of hard to understand you. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know.
Well, I was going to come up and see if I could adjust the microphone if it was a clip-on, but if it's not, there's not much I can help with. Was kind of my point.
Well, I'm just joining in off my cell phone. So what we run into, there is noise canceling that happens that will cut me or you guys out. And then also, anytime there's like any kind of background noise or partial conversation, I think the cell phone just gets cut out before the computer feed does. So any interference is going to chop me out.
Right.
Well, anyway, probably what she was saying is that like there are certain
That was golden. Sorry.
Great.
Probably what she was saying.
Plus.
there.
I was there.
There were parts where like a lot more less movement is required, and it's like a super fine detail versus like if she's going to be doing a part where it's a lot of movement, or him like working up a certain part of the leaves on the outside of her, she's working in another part. They had to be understanding of where each other's at, and that's something that is kind of a lot because you're constantly conscientious of another person.
And especially in something that you're used to doing on your own and in your own timing, and everybody has their own rhythm and own pace, and
For sure.
it sounds like a lot of variables.
No.
and her spot was a lot smaller than my whole side with Nam and Megan, and they could work on, one in front, one on the back, and they could, because I was on my side when they were tattooing, so it was easier for them to work. For Guy and Fawn, they were pretty much, they were separated, but they were still a lot closer than Nam and Megan ever got.
Yep, I could see that.
Yeah, having to squeeze into that smaller space.
It's gonna be more difficult.
I need some sunglasses.
I give you mine, but they're prescriptions. I don't want to knock you out.
Yeah. Well,
I left my purse at home with my real glasses in it. So like if I just squint at you all funny, it's just because I can't see. It's just 'cause I can't see. Today's been a little bit of a whirlwind,
Bit of a whirlwind.
getting everything together to leave. So
Well, here, let's stir up.
Are you all leaving tomorrow? You leaving tomorrow,
No.
man?
truck
No.
packs out on Friday. And I'll be at work during the day while they're loading the truck. So all of our gear has to be ready to go on the truck so we can fly with just carry on and have to check stuff and blah 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 blah. So yeah, I had to pack all my stuff last night when I realized it at 10:30 at night. I was like, oh, I gotta do this like right now.
did you roll your shirts
No.
back, or do you just throw them?
Just throw them all in. Okay.
Well placed. I travel pretty light. It's not like I needed much more than clothes. So
Well, here, I wanted to pull this up so we can all talk about it, but I know I was sharing this with you earlier.
Oh
but-
man, pussy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, if it was possible, I wouldn't go to that extreme, but I would go for like a nurse anesthesiologist just giving me a bunch of shots so I don't feel it. But to be
Todd,
totally
I
put
fully
under-
support this just because it pisses you off. Like, I'm gonna have this done and film it and send it to you like every other hour just to listen to
I'll
you
make
get
fun of
boiled.
everyone will make fun of you.
I love it. I tell you what, if I had an extra fucking 10 grand sitting around, that's how I'd spend it. Knock me the fuck out. Wake me up with some cool shit. I don't even care. I've got enough. I don't need to prove I'm
Have you
tough
seen this yet?
to a
seen it,
single
yeah.
fucking person. Knock me the fuck out. Knock me out. I want to be rich
That-
so bad.
Just for that little bit, though.
I'll
Okay,
just-
now
Would you guys really put your heart through that kind of like risk?
Fawn.
You really-
Can we talk about the things that I put my heart through in the past 38 years?
As a grown adult,
Anesthesia ain't gonna touch none of that.
I'm just saying.
I've had
like,
doctors just look at me and go, how are you alive? how does your body still function, sir? So, I don't know, bro.
I just don't think it's worthwhile. I don't think it's worth the risk of what, like any potential complications to your heart.
I hear you being logical, Fawn. I hear it. And I still say, knock me the fuck out.
Have you ever accidentally like overdosed on lidocaine or like overdone it on the prenumbs or anything like that? Like, have you ever actually like made your heart fluttery from anesthetic? It's kind of scary. I don't recommend
I would never do this in any other circumstance than a medical professional, just like is happening here.
Yeah.
If you were saying, hey, my homie's got the hookup on the anesthesia, how much you weigh, bruh? I got you.
I got 2 tanks for price of 1.
Breathe deep, homie. I probably wouldn't sign up for that so much. But this looks like it's done
This is very official.
officially.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
All the
these
heart
paying
rate
bucks for
monitors and
that.
everything. Definitely.
Like I said, I want to be rich so bad. But yeah, I do that. I'm sorry. Sorry, Todd. You can make fun of me. That's fine.
you wouldn't be anesthetized, Todd?
Not totally put under. I mean, you could give me shots and numb me up, I'd be okay with that. But to put under, nah. I still want to be awake for it.
There's a lot of time in the world, you know, and like I could lose a few hours. It's you know, like I've lived a pretty full life. Missing a couple hours, not like 7 to 15, I'd be cool with that.
7:15.
I'd love it. Just wake
Just
up.
waking up with a whole new bodysuit.
To be honest, I'd rather get lasered under anesthesia than tattooed.
I feel like that would be a better use.
That would be
My problem is I'd be afraid that if I pissed him off at one point, my artist, that I would wake up and I got a dick out. So, you know, I mean, I want to be a.
What kind of a dick are you to your
artist,
tattoo artists? Like, how much of a jerk do you have to be where you're worried about that? Maybe you should tip more.
I'm just
Be
saying,
nice.
that's just an
I gotta go.
example. It's just an
I'll be back.
example.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be fine. I think it'd be fine.
But you know, I mean,
I wouldn't get knocked out and let you tattoo me.
But there's a point of still getting the experience of getting tattooed. I mean, you're out, you're never gonna experience it. All you're gonna know is that you went in a room, they put you out, and you voila, you wake up and there it is. No
Yeah.
interaction with your artist, you know, none of that.
Yeah, but me and my artists are all homies, and I can call them on like Saturday and be like, "How was the tattoo? Was it fun? Did I do any
I
cool
wasn't
stuff?
there. I wouldn't know.
Did I asphyxiate? Oh, how many times did I gurgle?" So like, I don't, you know, like I hear the words you're using, Todd, and I understand
Mhm.
where you're coming from, but knock me the fuck out.
No.
Yep, full sleep. I'd ask for extra just to take a nap after the fact.
Did a little take-home package.
Like, I'll do it there. I want them watching.
If I had the
So
money, I feel
fun,
like I'd
would you
try
do
it
it?
once just to see what it's like.
no, I wouldn't do it.
Mm,
No, like
Fawn's poor little heart.
I've already
She's
been to bad places, and it's not that bad to like risk my heart stopping. I'm just saying, I love my life.
I like your life too. I think it's a science at this point.
No.
I've
There's so
had
many risks in
mul-
anesthesia, though. There's a lot more risks than what people realize.
I've had multiple surgeries and procedures and been under anesthesia several times and never had a complication.
Yeah, you're lucky.
I figured-
You got competent people. That one
So maybe
time
that
you
just-
get the incompetent.
Meh. I guess
You
I
know,
just am a
don't
big
forget
fan
about
of
Michael Jackson. You know, I mean, that's what killed Michael Jackson. You know.
Wait, I thought that was benzos and alcohol.
Oh,
Definitely contributed.
I would guess it was the sleeping pills.
no, it's
But I don't-
propofol. What they will use on you when they put you out for that.
Mm. Well, I will go ahead and end with it'll never happen because I'm poor.
Well put.
I can barely afford to get tattooed, let alone
That's more
the
so.
triple the cost of the tattoo.
Yeah.
That my
That's more so
assumption
for like the rich
is.
people who are just like, I don't care, throw all the money at it, just get me covered.
Well, Kyle, if you know any of them, we should become friends with them.
I agree.
And just tell them to buy.
Hey,
us
I'm on the
tattoos.
lookout, so I'll let you know too if I find anyone.
Hey, any rich people out there that
We're
need
taking
two
applications
homies?
for friends.
I'll just be your homie.
Yeah. I'll do yard work. I got you.
Sure. He said,
I'll
what you need?
be the pool boy.
Pool boy status.
That's right. I'm young and somewhat in shape.
I'm in a shape. It just happens to
I
be a
am in
pear.
shape.
I mean, a pear is still a shape.
Yeah.
Kyle.
Fawn, you're driving out, right, to Hell City?
Yeah, yep. I'm heading out Saturday.
Todd, you're coming out, right?
No, Todd bailed on us.
What?
Came
Wait,
up.
Yeah.
you bailed on me, Tough.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but
You left early in Akron, left me hanging.
Damn.
I brought a fucking a banana hammock and everything. I was ready to go up for best of. Just gonna rock it, just overall or whatever they call it. I don't know the words. Had a whole day planned. Whole day. Carried my thong in my pocket. And he abandoned me.
Band.
Pre-hike.
My spirit was let down, Todd.
my back wasn't bothering me. I would have been staying there, but my back was bugging me all weekend.
Yeah. I can't take one bite without y'all stopping talking. Like the fuck.
I'm going, oh, pop
wanted
brownies.
your thoughts on it.
I don't know. That was the day to compete. The only categories that I fit in
Right.
were Saturday category or Sunday categories. And Todd was like, I'll do it with you, bud.
Fail.
I'll do best overall with you, so that way you look better.
Thanks, God.
Yeah.
You know what's sad is the other time that I did best overall, the guy that beat me only had like 4 tattoos. And I was like, that's kind of fucked up. And they were like, well, overall, his collection is higher quality than your quantity. And I was like,
Yeah.
because he's got 4 tattoos. And when I started getting tattooed, you couldn't do that. So fuck off.
No.
That's fair.
That wasn't even possible 20 years ago. That
This is-
wasn't an option. It was one.
Did
It
they
wasn't one
ask
of
for
the
how
4
old it was,
colors.
though?
I'm on the fence on that one, because when I first went for first overall was Motor City, they had to talk me. I was nowhere near as covered as I am now, and I'm like, seriously, because in my brain, you had to be almost completely covered to go up there. I mean, that's how I viewed it. Still view it like that, and
No blank major panels. Like you can't have an appendage that's blank. You can't have like a blank torso and a
I'd
blank
say like
back.
at least 75% covered.
I see.
Yeah.
I only consider myself about 75-80% covered.
Okay.
So I mean, I wouldn't. That's a tough standard.
I consider you more than 75, 80, because like there's also intentional skin breaks to help with the
No,
design.
I'm talking just straight blank
Just
space.
straight. Okay.
Yeah,
Straight
like
blanks.
I've got about 20. I'd say I'd got about 25% to go.
Okay. Then I guess 50.
But like if you don't have anything on your torso or anything on your back or anything on like a whole blank appendage, I think you're not tattooed overall. I feel like that's a little bit cheating.
I guess that just comes down to putting a specification on the title.
I think I'm gonna put a specification on your title.
Okay.
Kyle.
Poor Kyle.
I'm not sure how to take that.
You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out.
Oh, I will.
You'll figure it out. You'll be sitting at home tonight at like 3 a.m. and be like, that fucker.
I'll be asleep at 3 a.m.
Yeah, you're gonna wake up dead, cold out of your sleep. And be like,
I get
Ben's
it
a
now.
dick. I get his joke.
It'll happen.
like the minimum for overall would be probably what Fawn wears. That's would be that I would think they could compete with overall. She still has her arms to do,
I'm still just
but she
navigating.
has her chest done. She has her back done. One leg done.
But her largest panels are done.
Right.
That's like surface area wise, she's still about halfway there, like I'll give it that.
Yeah, I've just done it back.
I
Most people jump in and do their arms first, then their legs, then their torso.
Oh.
I've done it backwards.
my first big piece was my ribs.
Well, I started on my
I got
back.
two little baby trinket tattoos, less smaller than a softball. And then I was like, armpit to hip, bitch, let's do this. And my tattooer looked at me and he was like, you sure? I was like, yeah, fuck it. Let's run it. Let's do it. Okay, 7 round.
Yeah, I'm kind of at that point right now. Now that I've got like a sleeve mostly there, I'm like, okay, let's do some spicy areas. It's gonna fucking suck, but just get it out of the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Not have to worry about it later.
I remember early that especially that rib tattoo, just running from the needle, just sitting there being like,
Oh, dude, I'm sure it's gonna suck. I've been talking with Jordan about starting a rib piece fairly soon.
Mhm.
It's gonna fucking it'll be awful.
yeah, they're fun. Jordan wants
Sucks.
to tattoo my palm. And I can't,
No,
like, I'm in, but my thing, it's like, when do you have time to heal from that?
right.
Like, I guess we'll have to do my left hand. Todd, you're a pervert. I mean, because I work for a living. Jesus.
The computer mouse.
Jeez.
Sure.
Exactly what we thought you meant.
Mhm.
But my standards on collecting have definitely changed over the years. Like before, I didn't have much, but now that I've kind of understand a bit more about tattoos and tattoo collecting, it's kind of a whole different game now.
And what is your approach to what's happening next? What is your next thought? What's your next big project, Kyle? Sorry.
My next big project, me and Jordan, I know we were just saying that, but we've been talking about doing like a large biomech piece, some like dark bio, thinking about that.
What do you mean by dark bio? Like I'm going to be scared of it? Or
Black
it's
and
just
gray?
going to have like dark
I'm thinking
hued
mostly black and gray, maybe like some very muted colors,
Mhm.
and then like a super bright kind of background, maybe
Use
like a
those
blue
dark
or something.
words. Yeah.
Yeah. Get like a bright blue background to like backlight it, and then just something super gnarly, super kind of dripping, some spikes.
All right, I approve. I'll let it happen.
Yeah.
You have my stamp of a seal of
Yeah.
approval. A
Have
stamp of
fun
a
with
seal,
that.
not a real seal. What'd you say?
I said, have fun with that. I only have one color piece on my ribs, and that was enough for me.
No, I know it's gonna suck.
My rib is packed in like 1995 style, bro. Double thick fucking meathead coil machine, just it sucked. So I signed up like immediately for another one. Because that's what you do.
Yeah.
Like that really hurt. Do you want more of my money? You can.
Do you want to cause me that kind of pain again?
There you go.
But it's worth it.
It looks so fucking cool.
It does.
I'm just saying.
And that's what makes us
Feel like, but once you
collectors.
do it and get it all done, you feel like you've accomplished something big. I mean, it's a different feeling when you finish your rib piece versus other areas. I mean, I guess your back, you can consider it the same.
Back was less satisfying for me, probably because I couldn't see it. But the most rewarding tattoo to ever be finished with was my bunny rabbit on my butt cheek. I was really, really over that one. I was done. I was ready for it to be done. And
that sucks.
it was not cool.
No,
And
it's
I
not
wasn't
cool at all.
mentally prepared.
My feelings were hurt quite a bit.
It was one of those, hey man, I'm in town. Remember we talked about this tattoo? We should knock it out. And I'm like, sweet. Let me rearrange the day. I'm on the way. And the tattoo that was mentioned was small. And I got there and he was like, I don't have my flash, like his drawn flash. And I was like, well, that's what I wanted. He's like, it's cool. We'll just draw one on. Bet. Well, the piece that I described to him was not the piece that clicked in his brain that he thought I was talking about.
Right.
So when he drew it on, it was, again, smaller than a softball in my mind. And I feel him touching my tailbone, my thigh, and I'm like, the fuck is what? So by the time it's done, it's a fucking tattoo. And I'm like,
The whole ass piece.
it was a whole ass piece. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. Senior rips Put it in there. Put it in there. It's a rad tattoo. Held color fucking great. I mean, I'm pretty pasty. But yeah, I wasn't mentally ready for all that. And by the time we were 3/4 of the way through, I was like, you're lucky you live out of town, man. Because dude, if you lived here, this would have been over an hour ago. Let's wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Yeah, it's kind of different too when you're like not expecting to get that much and go through that much.
Well, I didn't get to do my pre-day. You know, I always
Right.
like to super hydrate the day before. I always like to eat really good in the morning. I always like to make sure I go in full and like have that just fortitude in your body to help you out. And if you go in drained and empty and not ready, it got me.
Yeah.
It got me.
Yeah, when I was getting tattooed at Hill City, it was like super on a whim.
Mhm.
Was not expecting at all. Did not eat like the entire day, and like 3.5 hours in, I'm like, holy shit! I'm like, need to
Mistakes were
tap out,
made.
but I wouldn't say mistake, but it was definitely. I mean,
Not
it was
eating
not great,
was
yeah.
definitely a mistake, Kyle.
well,
Not
that's
getting the tattoo.
Yeah,
Get that tattoo and be woozy. I give no fucks.
yeah.
But you could have been prepared. And on a show where we talk about how to be prepared for getting tattoos, I have to scold you.
That is fair, and I
It's-
will accept
it's
that. I should.
It's kind of what we
Hey,
do.
at the
here.
bare minimum, I went to grab a Cliff Bar from downstairs.
Whoa.
Yeah, and pretzels.
Double carbs. I'm proud of you.
See,
Proud of you.
even on a short notice, you still got to get that food in. It'll make the difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
man.
Todd, what are you getting worked on next?
Fun.
Yeah, Todd and I just locked in a day. We'll probably do the same thing like what I'm doing with Chris here. And maybe we'll set up here. Maybe I'll bring my equipment down to that area, but we'll broadcast me tattooing Todd. We can see how he really sits.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is it
Put
his
all on
face?
camera.
I'm sure it'll
It's
be
not
Not a
his
good
face, huh?
area. Wait, she says that she don't explain that it's a shitty area. It's your Achilles, so you know that's the only spot that ever brought my tears to my eyes.
Yeah, I got wind bars on my Achilles. I get it. He was like, hold on. Wait, no, just hold some more.
Ouch.
I sound like the giantest baby in the whole wide world, and I don't even care.
I'll give you hugs.
It drives me nuts when people are like, it doesn't even hurt, man.
No, it does.
Yeah,
It's awful,
it does.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
but it's worth it.
I would have stopped a long time ago if it was that
Yeah.
bad. Let me tell you. Fortitude is pretty low. Let me tell you how many hobbies I have quit.
Yeah, I think it's at least good to be a baby about it, quote unquote, to at least let people know, like it is bad, but it's also that shared trauma that we all go through.
My thing is I really don't like the macho stigmata around. Oh, I was a big tough guy. I got
Yeah.
tattooed. No, it fucking sucks. It fucking hurts. Earn your stripes. Sit through it. You'll be fine.
It's not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world. But I
No
don't
one's
like. I don't
dying
like
from
giving that
tattoo,
misconception.
Yeah.
No, it fucking sucks.
No.
Somebody's jabbing a needle on you. So
But-
I don't
I'm
know.
tough. I've been
Huh?
tattooed. Can I
Say
tell
that
people,
again, please.
can I tell people I'm tough from the way I've been tattooed? Can I?
Well, yeah, you're tough as fuck, Fawn.
Absolutely.
I feel like it. Still cry on the inside.
I cry on the outside. I'll look you dead in the eyeballs and well up. I don't give a shit.
I
don't
feel
give
like
a
I'm
shit.
the Big Lebowski right now. Strong men also cry.
Strong man. I also cry. Yeah, I got nothing to prove. I'm a marshmallow. It's cool.
I think I proved it all when I did like the collab with the man. Do that.
What'd you
10
say about
hours.
S&M?
And Nam and Megan when they did Church and State.
So I wanted to read this out real quick. Shout out to all the people watching. We have Medusa, Amber, and Jeremy Brown was tuning in.
What up, Jay Brown?
But
Medusa.
Medusa said, I want to get woozy at Hell City.
What does she mean by woozy?
High
I'm-
off her ass.
I'm gonna need some clarification, Medusa.
I just read that and laughed, so I wanted to share it.
Oh, I also will probably be woozy in Hell City.
You plan a party or what?
It's
What's
one of the-
your plan for Hell
it's,
City?
It's one of the few times a year I actually drink and enjoy myself.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's work to be done, so you can't get too crazy.
That's fair.
Moderately crazy.
I mean, my idea of crazy is normally people's warm-ups. So I'm old now, especially when it comes to alcohol.
That's fair.
I'm just particular about the way I behave in public. And I know that after about 2 drinks, I don't want to hang out with me. So like I couldn't imagine many other people want to. So
That's a good way to look at it.
yeah.
Or Kyle, he's like, I don't even want to hang out with you after 0 drinks.
I'm gonna call you shitbricked, Kyle, just to ridicule you. Kyle, fuck you.
I hope
Fuck
you
you, Kyle. What's happening? What's happening?
Knowing you, that will happen, but it'll be 3 hours behind our time, so it'll be like,
Oh, it's coming
2
at like
a.m..
it's coming at
Yeah.
like 4 in the morning to you, bro.
oh my God.
I'm gonna call you repeatedly until you answer. Just be like,
I'll
Kyle,
just turn my phone off.
fuck you, Kyle. You don't know when it's coming. You don't know.
I'll turn my phone off when I go to sleep that whole weekend.
That's gonna be the one time I have a family emergency in the middle of the night.
My family emergency.
Doesn't happen. What if I need you in the middle of the night, Kyle?
Set of fucking country, man. What am I supposed to do?
Oh,
Answer.
Send help.
You
Send-
literally got the whole support group with you. What do you need from me?
Maybe your support.
Okay, well, hey, if you
Jeez.
need it,
No, I
I'm
don't need
here.
shit from you,
I
Kyle.
don't.
Fuck you.
Okay, hey,
Things we deal with. The kids these days.
if you need me, you call.
I'll call. Don't worry. But yeah. Hell City should be a blast.
Yeah.
I'm very much so looking forward to it.
Even though I'm not going, I'm glad I was at least able to help around here and get
you'll be
things
there in
set up.
spirit.
Yeah.
I'll cuss you out from there.
Yeah.
It's fine.
We'll go live just to cuss you out, Kyle.
Thank you.
You're
Our
welcome.
6-minute show from Hell City. Kyle, can you hear us? Fuck you. All right,
can't.
good night.
Oh, are you guys, so you're gonna broadcast from the pool or are you gonna broadcast from the convention hall?
I am
Yeah.
probably just going to tune in from the bathroom. Just straight from the Biltmore toilet.
Is that your go-to spot?
Bro, the most lush ever. Just go to the lobby, sit on the gold throne. I'm telling you, you'll thank me. You'll thank me.
Wait, the gold throne in the lobby?
Fine, you don't know? You don't know?
I think I missed the.
I'm making shit up here.
Really?
No,
I
but
never knew.
the Biltmore's like lush everywhere you go.
It looks very nice.
Lush. Todd's not going to be
Really
there.
nice.
You guys can talk in the same time zone or whatever.
Yeah.
Kyle just calling him like,
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, I'll be in this weekend. I'm going to Jaded Moon's grand opening in Madison.
Wisconsin?
So,
Wisconsin.
yes, sir.
Waskinson?
I've heard that was going to be quite the soiree.
It should be a good time.
I
Nude-
used the word
nude yo-
soiree.
Nude yoga is at 9 a.m.
Nice. We'll take some footage for us
I will.
and then we'll show it.
Sure.
No, we won't.
Staying
That
at
was the
Tommy's
best sales
place.
pitch of all times.
Staying at Tommy's. So yeah, it's gonna be a good
I'm gonna
weekend.
throw some of this up behind us.
Good. What are you doing?
I'm throwing up some footage that Fawn got from
Yeah.
Fort Wayne.
Oh, I completely forgot Fort Wayne happened. How was it?
Brian Mitchell over together.
Oh
and
yeah, that's right.
I just love Brian. I just do.
Yeah.
We rode all the way over to Fort Wayne and back and hung out all day together at the show. We met up with Jay Grimmy. He was there. We hung out with him.
Jay Grooms.
And then by the time we get back, because we met up at Red Tree, we left his truck here, took my van. We get back to Red Tree and we still had a 45-minute goodbye. Like every time I
Right.
Brian, it's a 45-minute goodbye. And I love it. It's not a complaint. Like I love my Brian goodbyes. They're the best.
Yeah. That's a very Midwestern
Wasn't
thing.
Forrest
Just
there?
like standing at the door, saying bye for like 20 minutes with your hand on the knob.
Yeah, it was the most ever. But the show was
Good
great.
to know.
They did a really job curating the group of artists that were there. We hung out with Forrest a little bit, kind of caught up with him.
Nice.
Sean
How was
Peter-
the Rat Tail of Glory?
Fantastic. He's getting these rad designs carved in the sides of it now, all like super white trash and checkerboardy. It's great. It's like if 1992 NASCAR threw up on his head, perfect.
Fuck. Yes.
Okay.
So I went to a vintage clothing thing, and the most expensive garb that they were selling there was NASCAR gear. Like OG, like Dale Earnhardt and fucking who's the guy with the green and the red and the blue? You're fucking 12. You don't know, Kyle. Jeff Gordon was the person's name I was looking for.
I don't pay attention to
Dick
NASCAR.
Trickle. Yeah.
Okay.
These shirts were like $150. I'm fairly certain they gave them away with 12 tacos. Like
That was a different time.
a 6-pack of beer and 12 tacos will give you a NASCAR shirt. And now they're raking in the cash.
Nostalgia, baby.
Fucking rich kids.
Take them back to the 90s.
The 90s blew dick. Can we just start with that? Like the 90s was not a good time.
Yeah, I remember the 90s. They were terrible.
You weren't alive, Kyle.
No, I was.
No, you weren't.
November 1999.
You were not alive. Not you weren't. You weren't.
On
You're
a
not-
technicality.
You're not a person until you're like 13. So.
Yeah. No, I'll agree with that.
The 90s sucked. It's not a good time.
I'm only
Everything
half
was
a
like
person
kind of
currently.
safe. You're only half a
Yeah.
person.
These aren't bad.
Todd's like, y'all didn't live through the 80s. The 90s ruled.
No, I had fun in the 80s too.
Todd, something tells me there was no lack of fun in your life ever.
No.
He said,
No.
just
There's a party going on. No.
ooh, look at the tattoo. Is it a blueberry? Get it?
That was good.
Because there's a ghost watering a berry.
Some form of fruit basket.
Am I the only one here? Is somebody looking to help?
I was chuckling it.
Thanks. Thanks, Fawn.
You tickled me. Just a little though.
Oh,
Over there, we hung out with Ty a little bit. I saw Kiyoki. He's one of my favorite humans. I love his energy.
Nice.
oh my.
I mentioned hung out with Sean Peters, caught up with him. I got to schedule a Michigan trip soon. I've got several clients up there who have projects started from like before pandemic stuff, and I need to get on the ball and get back in touch with some of them. So I see a trip to Eclectic in my near future. That's up in Lansing.
I'm always down to Michigan. Always.
You want to roadie up
Swoop.
there?
Anytime.
Get along great with that crew for sure.
I know people like all the way along the way. Like pick where you want to go and I'll tell you how many stops we've got before we can get there.
All right, guys, I gotta let you guys go. I forgot. I gotta get ready for my trip. I'm leaving at 4 a.m. tomorrow, so
All right.
I gotta load of laundry. Minya.
Well, be safe, my friend. We will talk to you soon.
I will.
I see you, Todd.
All right. Peace, guys.
Later, brother.
Yeah.
Later.
Oh,
So earlier, I started talking about these tree tattoos that I've been doing. And to segue way back to the beginning of our conversation, because I have so many like similar themed projects, and like this is the kind of stuff that I would prefer for people to bring to me. This is the stuff that I love doing. But because there are so many of these like fantasy trees that are based on Norse mythology, I always like when I'm sitting down at my consultation with my clients, I like having them describe to me how they imagine the tree and how they imagine the different realms. So like, even though I've got probably 6 very similar projects, like in theory, on paper, they're similar. But when it comes time to like actually execute the tattoo, they're all totally different.
Yeah, completely different.
Built.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of the ones you're working on too, and it's crazy to see how different it is from one to another, even though the general subject is still kind of the same.
I mean, Fawn's tattooing trees on me right now.
Yeah.
And they look nothing like the tree she's tattooing right now.
Compared to the other tree back piece she's doing,
Yeah.
completely different.
All 3 are completely.
Yeah, none of them are the same.
Well, no 2 plants are the same. They shouldn't be.
Amen.
A woman.
A person.
Yeah. Why are you being all gender specific?
Sorry,
Jeez,
I'm not
what
hip.
the fuck.
All right.
Representing all the pronouns. I'm not even capable of doing.
I'm not that young, okay?
I hit the
Yeah,
they.
Yeah, I am.
yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Just let me make excuses.
No. Excuses are the pathway to laziness.
Okay, I'll take that.
I don't know if that's a quote from somebody else, but it should be.
It's a quote from you.
It is now.
Yep.
Motherfucking Benny T.
Do you know that philosopher?
No.
You've been philosophizing.
Okay. The last thing anyone should ever do is listen to me. The advice I give is generally very poor. And
I think you have some good nuggets that are hidden in there. You got to filter.
You got to filter.
It's like panning for gold.
Yeah, it's like reading a haiku. That last line kind of makes sense.
There's also usually like that middle part of the middle one. There's a little nugget in there sometimes.
No,
Very rarely.
I hear your stretch, but
Yeah,
no.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Okay. I tried.
I did. I heard it. I felt it.
Yeah.
Appreciated it, but no.
Okay.
Just
False.
it's okay. We're still friends.
I tried.
Fawn, what's your next tattoo?
My next tattoo?
What are you getting tattooed next?
My next tattoo is dentist appointments.
Fair.
I'll probably be done with all the stuff that I'm doing with my teeth by January ballpark. And then after that, I would like to get back in touch with Mike Cole and get back on my torso and get my belly finished. And my whole torso
Nice.
will be complete. So
Killer.
no.
Nice. I'm not sure if I've got you next or Corey next.
Have you seen the stuff Corey's been putting out lately? I mean, she's always
been
like,
Mhm.
leveling up, all kinds of crazy new tricks that she's pulling out of her hat. I love it.
She's gonna do a pretty large sad clown on the top of my leg for me.
That's gonna be awesome.
What'd you say?
I was asking the intern if he could pull up Corey's page and share some of her work. She did this really
Yeah, let's do that.
Art Nouveau inspired piece. It was like olive branches on Tana.
Yes. I believe the word you're looking for is dope as fuck.
Absolutely.
Instagram knew her page was right on top there.
Here,
It's like they heard you talking.
So here's what you're looking.
Did you see the black and white swirly one?
Let's pull that one up, maybe.
Baller. This isn't what Fawn was talking about.
No, I was trying to find that one, but we will start with this baller piece.
Look
at that. Look at that.
Is there a hole in his arm?
How deep is it? Goes on forever.
Infinity deep.
I'm sure you'll recognize this one, Ben.
Why are you sure that I'll recognize that?
It's on Corey.
Oh, my roommate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that is him. I'd recognize that leg anywhere.
Yeah.
Deets. Do, 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 do.
Boom.
Boom.
Look at that.
Come on, intern. What are you doing?
Good.
Pulling up more pictures. What are you doing?
Fuck,
Not
yeah.
talking about it?
Not talking about it. That's for sure.
I'm doing my job, bro.
That's for sure.
But yeah, Corey's been putting out some great work.
Oh yeah, good job, bud.
Yeah.
Yep, both those tattoos. You did great.
You
You did great.
Showing off two of Corey's tattoos. Really. Got a chance to like
This guy.
swap coworkers, and you're like, two's
This-
all. Nope.
This guy.
sorry.
Fuck. Yes.
Mandala work. One of the things.
We're currently looking at the triangle giraffes with the spaceship in the background.
I thought that was a great one.
Is that a spaceship or is it a stage light? I don't know what it is, but it's amazing.
I'm talking about the shape. The shape is not a triangle. There are four sides to that shape.
That's a diamond.
Good job, Ben.
Dude,
That's
yeah.
a rock.
Yeah.
It's two triangles, fuckers.
So
I guess.
outside of tattooing, she's also a stained glass artist. And one of the things that I think is really interesting is how like in a lot of her recent work, there's like super hard black lines, thicker lines, and it's almost like you can see the stained glass art influencing the way that she creates her tattoos. And I think that's awesome because, like, I don't know, you guys know how much I like to pull like influence from the glass in my work.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, Kyle.
Her elbow. To me.
Here's another one.
Look at that swell bow.
Yeah.
I'd let that happen. I'd let that happen.
Great color saturation in her work too.
Packs it in, packs it in. Good talk, guys. Good talk.
What's Corey done on you so far, Ben? She's done a few pieces.
I've got 2 roses just above like my hips from her. That I love. And then she's getting ready to do a sad clown on my leg. It's gonna be pretty big. Pretty pumped on it.
Good old sad clown.
Good old sad clown.
Can't go wrong with a sad clown.
You can't really.
Yeah.
Unless it's like that really weird like glass art from like the late 70s. It just looks like their faces are melting. Do you know what oh, you're fucking 12. Anybody that knows anything about art know what I'm talking about? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, like grandma used to have them in her house and they're like these like glass figurines and their faces always look like melted because it was like globs of glass trying to make these clowns. They were always super scary.
I think I vaguely know what you're talking
You don't
about.
have to lie to me, Kyle.
No, my grandmother
You don't-
had some of those.
You don't have to lie to me. It's fine. I mean, you can just say you don't.
I think I do.
I know you're 12. It's okay.
I'm 10.
Oh,
Give me some credit.
I legit have socks older than you. Legitimate. I saw the picture of me from 8 years ago, and I had on the same T-shirt. I was like, I gotta change. It's like, oh, I should not say anymore.
I'm still wearing some of the shirts from high school.
Yeah.
High school was 2 years ago, though. That doesn't count.
Yeah. The fuck, Kyle? It doesn't even count.
It was like 5.
5. I just went to my 20-year high school
4.
reunion. It was a blast.
Yeah, did you have a good time?
I did actually. I had a really good
I know
time.
you were dreading it for a little bit. You were talking about
I
it.
was. I got to slut shame my first wife.
There you go.
And then
Always good.
I got to listen to all the preppy yuppie kids tell me about how much weed they smoke now, which I thought was hilarious. And they all kept trying to like show me what they had, and I was like, "This is all trash, but I'll smoke it. Like roll it up. Like, what's that?" It was a blast. It was a blast. Did not expect to have a good time.
Nice.
Oh, there's a picture of Brian.
Yeah,
He's my friend.
little Brian.
I really love the color choices in the new school stuff.
Yeah, the color combinations that they've been doing have been great. Really pops out.
I just don't know how people think of stuff like that. Like my brain just doesn't translate ever.
You
So
know,
like that should be neon green.
if we want to screen share another artist, if you want to pull up Bumblebee Tattoos, Austin's page, he does some pretty mind-bending things with color. He's one of my favorite people to like talk color theory and like the breaking of color rules with. You've seen every time we have Jess on the show, she's showing off a piece of Austin's work, but
Yeah, he does a lot of cool stuff.
yeah, look at those
Look at
glows.
that.
It's good stuff. I'd let that happen.
Yeah.
I wouldn't stop that tattoo midway.
Yeah, look at all those colors popping.
Say what?
Shoo.
Oh, one of these days, I'll art.
You'll art and make
Hmm.
some bright neon
One of
colors.
these days.
Ben's gonna become an artist yet. You'll see, guys.
You've got it in you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. There's a lot of depth.
Depth. I can't say it either.
Fuck you, Kyle. To that.
That's Jess's. We synced that one.
What?
Yeah,
I know that person?
Yep. You know that name.
you know that me.
You know what's sad is as many tattooed people as I hang out with, you get to a point where you just stop looking at people's tattoos.
I don't.
You see him every day.
I had one of these little do the other day with my sister and her kids, and I look over and there's this person's pointing, and I was like, that looks just like Lacey's sleeve. And then I look at her face, I was like, oh, it is Lacey.
Well, I'm not saying like you haven't seen him, you don't notice him, but like after a while, you just kind of like, oh yeah, you're just tattooed.
Yeah. He's just like the rest of us. The shock value of it kind of goes away.
Yeah. That's dope.
Mhm.
That's dope.
I had Austin work on me a few years ago, and I thought we were just doing something teeny tiny. And the tattoo we did is little, but I was imagining much smaller. And I show up and he's like, we're gonna do it like this big. And I was like, oh, I did not prepare for that. I was prepared for like a little like half hour, 45 minutes, and there we are like 4.5 hours later. Like, I should have had a meal first. I should have definitely done that.
Which all circles back to being prepared for your tattoo, as we always preach.
See?
So what you're saying is just live your life prepared to be tattooed.
Yeah, you know, treat your body like
that's
Treat your body well.
you've met me. Yeah, the last thing I've done in the years of being alive is treat my body well.
I think the big thing is adapt what we say to your specific situation and how much time you have to prepare.
Look at Kyle giving a blanket fucking all statement. Like, just try your best, people.
Isn't that what we ask from people in general?
Yes.
Just to try
Yes. And you know how people don't?
a
They
lot.
Just don't.
That's
just don't
why
try.
trying makes you a bit better than everyone else.
Does it though?
Compared to all the people who don't try.
All right, fair.
See?
Fair. Fawn, what's your favorite thing about Hell City?
Are we talking about the festival or the Biltmore? Because that's two different answers.
Well,
Let's go with the festival.
Well, the Biltmore, obviously, because it's the Biltmore. Duh. Frank Lloyd Wright, sacred geometry, rad architecture, rad gardens, rad pools, like all of it, nature. I don't know. Hell City's special to me. It's like even if I wasn't part of the team, it's like a family reunion for our whole community. Like all the art come up, like following and admiring. Like this is the show where I learned about a lot of them, and I don't know. Hell City is it's just like the home show for me. That's the one where I look forward to it every year. I've always kind of like planned my vacation around Hell City, the Phoenix show. I mean, that's why I'm driving out, because I enjoy driving out to this show. Just love it. I love the people. I love the tattooers. I love watching the tattooers like just hang out and be like normal people and chill in the pool, not working and not like being stressed out like we always are. Hell City's just special for that.
Oh.
What's your favorite?
Orange juice.
Orange juice is good. Now, is that your favorite part of
Well
Hell City?
put.
Biltmore.
That's just currently what I'm thinking about because I got caught mouth like a bitch. But yeah. No, I love the Biltmore. Yeah, I've only been there once, and it was such a all-encompassing place that it really took a day to soak in. Like, fuck, this place is amazing. So I'm really looking forward to getting to go back. And I don't know, I love the show. I love the work. I love the time that we're forced to spend together.
The time that we're forced to spend together. Make it
Yeah,
sound like
it's
nervous.
the one time a year you fuckers have to hang out with me.
That's fair.
Well, the second time a year. But yeah. I like the production. I've always been a fan of throwing the party instead of going to the party. So it's cool.
Fair. That's fair. That's a good answer.
It's the one show I don't have to wear a wristband. And that makes me happy.
Because
Freely walk around.
Name.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often. I'm nobody. There's no reason for anybody to know who I am. But these are my people.
They all know who you are.
They probably don't know who I am, but they've seen me like 9,000 times, and they're not going to ask me a question.
Yeah.
I get that all the time. Who are you? What?
Don't worry about it. You don't even know.
Do
You're like, I do what
The
I
guy.
want.
what it's called is living.
There's just the guy.
Yeah.
I'll do the ring.
Little dude now. I'm just a guy in the world. That's all that's over me be. Yeah.
But
We should smoke some more weed, Kyle.
okay.
We should figure out how to do that.
Are you out of rolls?
Hold the conversation down.
Okay.
By yourself, Kyle.
Yeah, I'll do
Hold the
that.
conversation on by yourself.
I'll do that.
All by yourself, Kyle. Pretend I'm not even
Yeah.
here.
Describe
Yeah. But what, who else is here? What? So do you want to tell me a bit about the color palette you've got going on for this tattoo? And what your strategies are for it?
I've got all my primaries, and then I've got a plethora of blues because we're building so many light rays and things. Basically, I've got everything but pink out in this one. So
Okay.
each realm's kind of got like a different. I got to balance these two realms out still, but each realm is going to have a slightly different color palette. So
Right.
um,
So what do you do in this case for this one? Well, what's your goal in trying to keep everything separated so that way it doesn't get too busy? Because there is a lot going on.
I don't really know how to answer that question. Like this is so far along that like
Right. Okay.
now. But the first thing when I start brainstorming about a big project like this, it's like obviously the tree is the focal point. So as we were like sketching and playing around with like, you know, the quick thumbnail ahead of time, we basically just had to decide what realms went where and how they're talking to each other. So one of the things that I like to do instead of having the realms like stacked like we could do, I like having them play against one another. So we've got like the volcano realm over here and the ice realm over here. And then in this tree, we've got two different realms that are going on. This one's going to be like a futuristic realm. And this one's I'm going to come back in here and build like almost like a like pioneer kind of scene. Like if you could imagine a pioneer scene in another realm, that's what I'm going to build here. So it'll be like green silhouettes of little buildings, where over here it's like green silhouettes of like skyscrapers and like things like that. So
Okay.
like it'll all be fantasy, but one will be future, one will be past, and then we've got the Earth realm and like our solar system right in the middle of the tree. So
Gotcha.
yeah, it's kind of like it's definitely our own interpretation, but I wanted everything to almost add like an element of duality. So like what's on one side, there's going to be equal and opposite on the other. And then with that, if they're equal and opposite, then we know obviously the color scheme is going to be equal and opposite. So over here, we've got like these clouds are plumes of smoke from the volcano. And over here, these clouds are going to be like a sunrise. So these are deep, rich purples and grays. Over here, these are going to end up being like lighter, softer lavenders and pinks and yellows. So they'll be, again, equal and opposite.
So you're going to get a whole bunch of color contrast because you're able to switch through that hot and cold cycle like we talk about all the time.
Yeah. Yep. That's what we're doing. I got to add some twinklies in here, but we're almost ready to jump back in this with a liner for a little bit.
You know, everyone needs some more twinkles in their life.
Yeah.
Everybody,
Can we add some twinkles to my tattoo phone?
sorry, you're going to have plenty of twinkles.
I'm
got all
gonna
the
hold you.
twinkles,
I'm gonna
bud.
hold you to it.
Yeah, you're going to have plenty of them, Ben. It's going to be fine. You'll see.
Juicy.
All the twinkles in the world.
What was that game that said that all the time? It was a phone game. So was it juicy?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh well. All right. Thanks, guys.
That was a good segment.
We tried.
Sorry, I just zone out and start watching you tattoo. It's dangerous having you on the screen in front.
It's okay. But I mean,
We're all zoning out and watching.
it's appropriate in this tattoo collecting show, and we've got Chris here collecting a tattoo.
Good job, Chris. You're doing a great job, buddy.
Thank you.
Doing amazing.
He's doing super duper good. Every session I work, great. You'll notice.
I wasn't just being a smartass. You're sitting like a fucking rock.
Absolutely.
But I'm like getting into an area I haven't tattooed today. So this area is probably not horrible when I'm working on it, but down here it's all sensitive and kind of tickly when I touch a new spot. But but he does great. I think every session, it's probably been super late at night by the time he left. So we get a lot accomplished every time I see him. And that's challenging. It took over 2 years to do my back. So I know the dedication it takes. And he's driving a couple hours over here to see me every time. And he's just been like everything you want in a collector. Makes it very easy to do my job.
And that's how you end up with dope ass tattoos, ladies and gentlemen. Be like Chris.
I approve
You
that.
wouldn't believe how many people feel they're just entitled and it's their right to these things. And
You're just a service to them.
yeah, fuck every second of that. You're asking somebody for their personality on your body.
Yeah.
That's such a
I mean, even just like the time commitment alone that you're spending with that other person too. You know, it's not just you come in and get your service and leave. It's a special connection
like
that you form.
again, I come from an era where you had to be introduced to the tattoo studio. Like you didn't just get to walk in and be like, is it my turn? Like, who the fuck are you? And what makes you think you have earned the right to be tattooed in our greatness? Must come with recommendations.
That
2 or
is-
3 trusted sources.
At least 2.
It was here in Columbus. I'm not going to say what shop it was, but I walked into a shop one time and I was already a tattooer. I was managing a shop. I was running the shop. I was like doing the things. I also was booked out like 4 months. Like, you know, I was doing the thing. Like I was working. And I walk into this shop and I like waited, you know, they had like really nice. It was really nice flash displayed on the walls, like all hand drawn stuff, you know, nice, classy. I'm just like quietly like looking around and just waiting for somebody to have a chance to take their gloves off to come and help me. And the only reason I walked in is because I heard that there were a couple of really good artists there and I kind of wanted to talk to both of them and see which one I wanted to do my sleeve. Clearly I don't. So you see where the station is going. So anyways, as I'm like politely minding my own business and just waiting for somebody to come and like pay attention to me because I walked into this. This guy that looked like he probably rode a bicycle to work. It had like a bill on his hat that flipped up and like his cut off jean shorts were like cuffed.
Was his name? Never mind.
He was your typical hipster look. Like, let's just say that, like typical tattoo hipster. And I was like, oh, hey, what's up? And he's like, what can I do for you? I was like, I was just wondering if anybody, I wanted to talk to these 2 artists about a potential sleeve idea. And he looked at me dead in my face and said, you don't just wake up one day and decide you want a sleeve. And I looked at him, you know what? You're right. You don't. And I left. Like, what? How? Why and how would you start the conversation like that? Like, I didn't even have a chance
After
to like.
you said you were here to already talk about it.
I don't know.
Crazy.
That put a sour taste in my mouth. And like, it was a really good, reputable shop, but like, no way would I ever recommend anybody to go there ever because, like, I couldn't even like. I don't know. It was just almost like I was dismissed. That's how I felt. I felt like I was dismissed. Like he didn't even ask me anything about me, my story, what I wanted, the style of work I wanted to work on me. Like none of those questions were even asked. He was just looked me dead in my face and was like, you don't just wake up one day and decide you want a sleeve. Cool, thanks. Because like I'd been thinking about this idea for a long time, and I've also got a lot of other work already. But thanks. Cool.
Thanks, Chad. Glad I have your opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know if the guy's name was Chad, but it just seemed fitting. Sorry to disgrace all the Chads that wear flipped up bills and rolled up pants that aren't this douchey. My bad.
Definitely riding a single speed to work.
Yeah, fixed gear.
Here. Single speed.
Fixed gear fucker.
Not even adjustable.
Not adjustable. No freewheel.
Really, Kyle? Really? Is that what that means, huh?
Okay, man. I thought, well, what do you want?
Adjustable. Nope.
I'll have to show you the bike I
already
ride.
falling apart. I don't own a bicycle, so
Mine was free on the side of the road.
I borrowed Fawn's.
Hey Marty, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
The legendary Marty Holcomb just arrived.
Marty motherfucking Holcomb.
If we get done in time, I'm gonna have to get some footage of him for Red Tree.
That's the guy.
Marty's the man. What is Brian? Oh, he's lubing up.
Getting all shiny.
Oh, you-
Oh shit.
Grill.
Oh, sorry, I was watching the background. We have clips from last weekend, and he's on the TV. On
Just lubing
just
up his
putting
legs.
lotion on. It's a pretty awkward shot here.
I
Just
tried
circling around him.
awkward dramatic as I could.
Well, it worked. You did a great job. I mean,
Yeah.
he looks awkward. You look awkward.
You know, we're awkward people.
It adds to the aesthetic.
The competitions were pretty good. Brian and I only went over for Sunday, so a lot of the competitions I would have entered would have been Saturday, but it was great. There were a lot of really good competitors that turned out. I don't know. Is the collector the competitor or is the tattooer the competitor? Either way, there's a lot of great work. Dave Blondis was there. He won a few awards. Ty McEwen was there. He won several awards.
Was it all Jay?
I don't believe it was all Jay, but you know,
Okay.
wonder how many were Jay. I should have asked.
Yeah.
I did remember to give John an award for my armpits from Akron. Usually I have awards sitting on my shelf for like 2 years before I give them to the artist. So that was a big improvement for me.
I
Nice.
still have my trophies from the Villain Arts show we went to in, I don't know, was that a year and a half ago?
Cincinnati, that's been
Cincinnati. It was Cincinnati.
over 2 years?
I think they've had another one since then. Yeah.
So 2 shows go.
I even called the artist that won and was like, "Hey bro, I won this thing for you and I'm gonna bring it to you." And he was like, "That'd be super cool. I haven't seen you forever and we should sit down and talk and hang out." And I was like, "Bro, that sounds amazing."
And have you done it?
And then I neglected all of those things.
Put that on the list to do.
You
Once you come
assume
back.
I have a list of things to do, Kyle.
Now's your chance to start, Ben.
I don't need one more thing to fail at. You know, like my life is rich with failure.
Well, see, it's not like a strict to do. It's like, okay, I need something to do. Let's just
Maybe
pick
one
and
day.
choose off the list, kind of thing.
Have you ever heard me come in and just be like, "You know what I did today? It was absolutely nothing." Have you ever heard me say that? Have you ever heard me say I watched a TV show because I was bored? Anything along those
I have
lines?
not.
Yeah, it's because it doesn't happen.
That's fine.
Yeah, like ever. Free time is not a thing. Especially with a 4-year-old.
Very true.
My free time is sculpted around a midget.
In her bedtime hours.
And just her in general. Food and water.
Yeah.
Keeping it alive. She's pretty low maintenance, but it's still a thing.
Yeah.
To do.
Priorities.
Yeah, it's just dumb. I love my kid. I'd rather spend time with her than the majority of people. But I remember when I used to do things. you know.
It's fair.
Good times. Coming from a guy that just said I've been traveling for every other weekend for the past fucking 4 months.
Yeah.
I can't complain too much. We do it to ourselves because we love it.
Yes.
Dude, is it just me or did it get 1,005 degrees in here?
I feel about the same. I might just be you, but the door is closed.
I feel like
that might
the
contribute.
breeze has stopped and I've started to stifle. This flower is wilting.
Do you need me to open the door back up for you?
I got it. I was just finishing the blunt. It's gonna take a tinkle time while I'm at it. So have fun.
Thanks.
Yeah, I believe in you.
Don't fuck everything up first.
I mean, don't run your cords under my feet, Kyle.
Jeez.
The
Why are your feet tangled in my cords?
Because you're not good at your job.
Sure.
Kyle, I think you're doing fantastic.
Thank you. I'm trying. I think Ben's just being a bully.
Moments.
Always.
Yeah, it's how you know he loves you, Kyle.
It is out of love. I know that.
Pause the footage, Kyle. Or we make it to the end.
Sorry, what?
I said, did you pause the footage or did we make it to the end?
The footage is still going. We got the competitions going now.
Oh, nice.
Looks like Ryan's up there.
We don't have to get through all the competitions, but they were great. They were great.
I was just hitting next video just to have something going up in the back. Do you have any travel scheduled for after Hell City, or are you not thinking about that yet?
There's definitely going to be some travel. I'm trying to I kind of compartmentalized my life in like quarterly chunks. So
Right.
After Hell City, I'll start thinking about the next few months. So I've got the next like 6 weeks after Hell City booked pretty solid. So once Hell City passes, I'll probably get on the ball and set in stone my next handful of trips.
Okay, nice. Yeah, it is just around the corner, so it's about that time for the next turn. But it sounds like so far it's going to be a good turnout.
Do you have any trips scheduled coming up?
I do not. All my traveling and stuff has been done unless something happens on a whim, but I've got nothing scheduled. I'm just trying to hunker down and work.
And that's how you get stuck with the title of the intern. I'm Kyle. All I do is work for fun.
I also paint. Okay, it's work and paint.
You got any rad paintings that you're working on right now?
Look at it.
Yeah. I don't have it with me, but because I was wrapping it up to send out, but I was just finishing that dog little panel portrait that I was showing off around the shop.
That looked really nice.
Thank you. Yeah, I tried. That was the first like major piece that I've done. Just mixing colors from primaries after watching that video. So it's been a good challenge to try and figure that out and learn a bit more about how the colors go.
I love how much you and Jordan and Brandon are talking about color theory and chemistry lately. It's fantastic to hear.
Yeah, well, Brandon nerds out on it all day too, so he's ready to go for it. And it's like I'm sponging, I'm just listening and absorbing it. It's been great though.
Fawn, are you tattooing at all in Hill City?
I was going to tattoo in Hell City, but I actually moved my appointment to the Tuesday and Wednesday before Hell City. So
All right.
that way I would be more available if I'm needed.
I mean, you're always needed. Like the desert needs the rain.
Well, I know, but like specific tasks.
Like, quick, I forgot toothpaste. Person with the car,
Yeah.
hook me up.
Yeah, that stuff.
Quick, I need this run to the other side of the hall.
Well, that's the what we as the crew like about Phoenix. It's a more intimate show. You're a lot closer. There's not 3 floors of, oh shit, this happened in this area, go take care of that.
Yeah, it's like having 3 different worlds.
Yeah, it's a lot. Fawn, can you hear the fan on your end?
No. It sounds good. I can't.
I had to get some flow going.
Get that flow.
What competition is this, Kyle?
I don't know. You gotta ask Fawn that.
What the hell?
I wasn't there.
Well,
What do you
Fawn can't
want?
see the fucking screen,
This was full
so I
color.
can't ask her what it is.
I think that was full color or new school. Maybe it was new school. I can't remember.
Oh, she can see a screen. Sorry, Fawn, I didn't mean to discredit you.
Yeah, what the heck? Come on, man.
Kids these days.
Just more creep shots of Brian.
Yeah, you know, I wanted you to feel the experience like you were there with us.
Who put on that show?
The guys from Studio 13, they put on the Explorer Conference. Jake, I believe, and I can't remember the other one's name because I'm a big stoner and I'm concentrating on a tree right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
It looks well put together.
Oh yeah, it was very nice. It was very well put together. The next day, we were only there Sunday, but Monday and Tuesday was an Explorer conference. So it's just like the stage filled with presenters, like spreading knowledge. So it's a really cool gathering of, you know, forward thinking,
Yeah.
you know, forward thinking and education pushing artists. It's nice.
Very awesome.
Brian buying art. Imagine that.
What did Brian win? It looks like he got a trophy.
He won 2 awards in new school, one for The Frog on His Leg by Timmy V. And then he took first for his Oompa Loompa by Scotty Munster.
Nice.
Right.
That Oompa Loompa is pretty dope.
Yeah.
It's funny because like other people that were in the category came up to him and they're like, "Hey man, can we see your piece?" And he showed them and they'd just be like, "Oh, we're good."
Never mind.
That's how I feel entering a bio competition.
Why?
Standing there next to Jay.
Yeah, Jay's got a lot of
Yeah. It's like, all right.
Jay's got a lot of
Yeah.
especially Ty, right?
It's all
Yeah.
time.
It's all time.
Anything
It's okay.
that's-
One day I'll be there.
anything that's not from Ty, he's working on having lasered off. So
Good.
All fresh.
All right. I keep saying I'm gonna go look at the laser stuff, and I still haven't, but I want to do it.
Do it.
Thanks, Kyle.
Take a card.
Thanks, Kyle.
Yeah.
Great words of encouragement.
Do you want me to send you a link?
No, I don't.
Hey, sometimes that's helpful.
Meh. Yeah.
if you don't want to look it up, if someone sends you a link, we'll click it. You're more likely to do it.
I love that as a culture, we've grown to the point where we can't even ask people to Google something anymore. Like, do you know what encyclopedias are, Kyle?
I do.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You used to have to go to a book and like know how to spell to be able to get information.
Yeah, I'd be fucked.
I am fucked. And then we got this really cool thing where all you had to do was like kind of type the word in, and it brought you up anything that kind of looked like it and spelled kind of like it, and information for days.
Yeah.
And now we're like,
People can't even
hey,
do that.
you can't use a search engine.
That's how I've learned like 90% of the stuff that I know is just looking it up. It's a Google search away, you know?
I fixed a rather complicated piece of equipment the other day at work, and my boss just looked at me and he was like, "You did that?" I was like, "Yeah." So you've never used? I know. And how did you? I Googled it, and he looked at me. He was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, I watched a YouTube video."
Exactly.
It took the video about 3 minutes to tell me how to fix the problem. And then I just did exactly that. I don't know what I did, but here it is with the problem fixed.
That's how I built my computer.
I got a pretty rad computer. I need somebody to go through and tell me what's what with it. I built it a few years back.
Okay.
But at the time, it was top of the line things going in it. And I'm sure they're all pretty outdated at this point.
How old did you say it was?
A few years.
Probably.
Um,
That tech realm moves very fast.
right. And I still would like to figure out what I can and can't do with the thing.
Yeah.
And what would need to be done to make it a real machine.
I could help you with that.
I haven't plugged it in.
That's a great way to put it. All right.
So I mean, I'll put it on the list of other things I'm going to put off.
Mhm.
That's something I need to do.
Well, when you put it on the list, hit me up. I'll give you a hand.
Okay. I might just put it in the car and just drive it over here.
There you go.
And say, Kyle, figure it out. There you call me.
Figure it out and call me when you do.
Just let me know what it is and what it needs and what I got to do. And
I'll show up. I'll call you with the list of parts you'll need.
just buy them. I'll just pay you for them. Here's the numbers.
I can't put that on my stuff.
No, I'll give you my numbers.
Okay,
You go buy it. Get what you need. And get it done. I paid a lot of money for a security system that's just feeding into a hard drive right now. Like I can view it and stuff from the mobile, but like I don't have like my extra recorded history and ease of use.
Right.
So I want to set it all back up to have a little station at the house. I still got 6 months on there. Fucks, don't come to the house.
And what's the address one more time for everyone?
It is Fuck Off Lane, Kyle's house.
You got the area code for that?
1-800 Kyle's house.
Okay. Cool.
Joe Mama's. It's almost as bad as displaying somebody's personal information on a jumbotron.
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost as bad.
Almost.
We recovered it. It's okay.
With lightning fast speed, editing was taking place.
It was also so small and blurred that you couldn't see it.
I don't believe you, and that's something I would say too if I fucked up that hard.
I'm being honest though.
I know. I'm just fucking with you.
But
When I read it totally looks like there was something way more scandalous by the way we all reacted to it, because it's just like all of a sudden we're like, Kyle.
I showed her the next day and we're just talking about Medusa's page, and then it just cuts to way to go, intern. I can't trust you with anything.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
it was
good.
perfect.
Oh, that's dope. I think I want to get a portrait on my face. But like
Someone else's face.
no, of my face.
Of your face.
If I got a portrait of my face on my face, I could always just have the coolest expression.
What happens when you make a different expression?
I wouldn't have to.
Right.
I'm already making the coolest expression.
Right. But then you have a secondary expression going on because now there's two versions of
No,
your
we're
face.
covering the original. See?
Oh,
Okay.
no.
I love the defeat in his voice. Okay. Yeah.
I tried.
All right.
I tried.
That's fine.
That's all right. You do you. I'll support you.
Thanks, bud.
I need another hit for that one.
Yeah. I want more tattoos.
I do too.
What's your next one, Kyle? Oh, we already talked about
Ribs.
this. Jordan,
Yeah.
ribs. I listen when you speak, I promise.
It takes a moment.
I keep getting sucked into the TV.
It happens.
Yeah.
I'm gonna draw on you with marker for a little bit over here and we're gonna take a scratch.
We're creeping on 2 hours. Fantastic. You got anything important you need to say?
Not in particular. I was just telling Chris, I'm gonna do just a little bit of marker action in here and we're gonna take a break. We've really only taken one brief break all day so far, so I think.
Nice little KFC break.
Yeah, I just realized how long we had been working and Chris probably needs to walk around. So I'm gonna just do a little bit of brainstorming here for the next couple of minutes and then we'll take a nice little stretch.
Well, I'm out of words. Kyle hasn't helped this whole fucking time.
Yeah,
So
I've tried. Shut up.
Jesus Christ.
I think that's a good spot to wrap it then.
yeah, I'll get good photos of this so I can share it with you guys for next week. I'll have this one. I'll have the back piece I just finished. It should be a pretty good show next week.
All right.
I'm on the road and gathering remotely, but I think it's really going to be a fun one.
Next week is 99.
Yes.
And we've
So-
got
99.
some cool ideas in the works for our 100th and 101st show. So we'll be able to share details about that next week.
Well, I think we just kind of skipped over something
What?
because aren't we gonna party like it's 99?
2000 party. Wait, 00. I don't know. We're gonna have to work on that one.
It's our 99th show, so we're party.
99 episodes of on the wall. 99 episodes of podcast.
You would have.
Did you remember what episode the name changed though?
I don't specifically remember which. I actually wanted it to change way before it did. So
Well,
Yeah,
Like-
Kyle.
you got to
the fuck?
include that in the counting.
I
We're not
should.
including shit in the shit. Come off it.
We'll go. Wait,
Consecutive.
I think for episode 101, we'll be able to go back and recap some of our favorite moments and favorite guests, things like that. So,
Nice. I had a memory of our like 4th or 5th show. I think it was our 5th show. Come through one of my social things the other day, and I was like, "Holy shit! It's been 2 years."
I know, man. We've really only skipped like 2 or 3 episodes total, I think, or 2 or 3 weeks all the way through due to like Christmas or a Thanksgiving or like, holiday fall on Thursdays.
Yeah, overall it's been pretty consistent.
Yeah, as a team, we
Well,
have,
congrats to you, Fawn, because you're really the fucking soldier out of all this.
as a team,
You're the only one that showed up to every single one, and you're amazing. And without you, none of this is possible. We love
to
you
be
and appreciate you. You bring us together.
Absolutely.
fair, there have been a few solo episodes, but thankfully Lauren helped me carry the conversation by myself. But
Sorry, Fawn. I'm sorry.
but yeah, the way that it's grown and evolved, it's really cool that like there are enough of us that know what to do now that we can gather physically or we can gather remotely, and it still happens. And we still, you know, we're still excited to talk to you guys about everything that's going on in the community. You know, this is kind of like the collector's corner of the internet. Like if you are a collector and you want to learn, this is really still, we're 2 years in, and this is still really the only platform that's there for collectors just to learn about being better collectors. Like we're the only one, you know, and we're also the only place where like on a regular basis we talk about the tribal connection that we all have with one another once we go through these things, you know. Not everybody, like what you guys are watching me do to Chris right now, like this is a brutal day, and he's sitting here like it's nothing, and I'm working away and talking to you guys and probably driving him nuts. But
Yeah.
Love it.
special. We're the only ones doing this on the internet. So, I mean, everybody's making shows and podcasts, but we're the only ones that care enough to talk about our own tattoos to like help other people care. So that's still a cool thing. We're 2 years in, we're still the only ones doing it. So
Love it.
Yeah, so I
Love it.
tuning in to hear us ramble for 98 episodes. Can you sit up for me, Chris? Anything you guys want to say?
And no,
I think that was very well put.
yeah, you killed it.
That was beautiful.
Well, thanks.
You
Zach.
killed it. Next week's gonna be fun. Everybody tune in. It's gonna be live. It's gonna be rowdy. We're gonna be partying. So we'll see you then.
Yep.
99 from HC. See you then.
All right, guys. Peace. See you next week.
Peace out.
Peace.
Cut.